Hello and welcome to late team's Heroic Shannox kill. This is Moken. The point of view of this video will be from Torsion. He's the warlock in the center going pew pew. Moken is the tank. This is being done with 3 heals, 4 DPS on Shannox, and 1 DPS our Marks Hunter Zurata doing trap management for Rageface. We bloodlust initially as soon as I stop moving, and we sit through. You can watch right here, the first spear gets thrown. We don't really move him. We just sit here and use the whole bloodlust in order to do maximal DPS on him at the beginning. You may have watched one of the dogs already gotten frozen. We don't really save all the freezing traps for any one dog. We use both Riplim getting frozen and Rageface getting frozen in order to deal with stacks on both. I'm moving a little bit there because of a trap, but I haven't actually started kiting for real yet. Spear is getting thrown. I don't actually kite until the dog gets to the spear, because there really isn't a good point to it. And there I go, that's a heroic leap. I found that you generally have to move pretty fast, pretty far. This means leaps, intervenes, life grip, dash, speed, whatever you've got to help yourself move. And this is a fairly good kite. You can kind of watch how the dog is following him but can't really give the weapon back. And I get about halfway around the whole arena before I pretty much stop and let him have it back. This is really bad on your melee DPS while you're kiting, but we don't actually spend a massive amount of kiting, and they can get a little bit of damage off. And you just sort of accept the fact that it smooths things out, prevents you from building up too many stacks. We're not really that perfect on it. You're going to watch, this is the next spear throw that I kite for. I don't really kite that far. However, Riplim gets frozen. Right before this, you can't see it, it's a little bit off screen. And so we don't actually have to end up needing to kite that far. We end up clear, even though it's not much of a pull. Zurata, who has been dealing with Rageface, I think right now he has a square on his head, but that's a result of getting traps thrown at him. He just now cleared Rageface by continually trapping him. We really don't need the whole raid running from him much. We've been able to do it with one person doing most of the management. He does use things like deterrence to keep some of the stacks from building, but a good chunk of the time it's just really mitigation. Triss just died off camera because for some reason Zurata's shot did not break Rageface. I'm still not entirely sure why. He gets battle rezzed by Crank, who is our other tank. He's the bear. We're going to do a short kind of failed kite here right after this spear because I really didn't get enough distance on this. It ends up becoming kind of a problem. I got a leap off, but you see that rock kind of, if you get slowed down by much of anything, he tends to get the weapon back very quickly. And at this point we're going to be starting to pop cooldowns, but he's at fairly low health at this point. And so it ends up not being too much of an issue. We've never had a deathless version of this, though in this case it seemed to be an odd fluke that Triss had died, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. This will pretty much be the last spear throw of the fight. We're essentially, in a way, zerging this, but as you notice from the time, this is a fairly short fight. Trap is out, Riplim is following, and I'm starting to run. Kiting in decent ways. I end up using an intervene to Zurata about right after he gets this weapon back, but it means I don't get hit for a few more seconds. And he falls over dead right about now. And that's the fight. Thank you for watching.